Hi.
Hi. Please disregard. I attempted an
You've got something for me? Let's see what you've got. Goodbye.
I am the moth gladly.
Oh.
Back to work then.
Can I help? Want to see what I'm carrying? I'm glad you're back.
Of course.
Alright. So
restored. And you didn't even scratch the paint.
Big boy. Eh. Nothing.
Have things for you. Something you need? Yes. Have a... Bye-bye.
This is so cool.
There. Time to get...
I can't believe
Ship's
I get
clear.
to stand near you.
It's just us among the
Same
stars
old.
again, Captain. Ship is now docked. Perfect.
Expect an armed response. I wouldn't give my own ship up without a fight.
Let's see if they've got anything worth taking. Got all worked up for nothing. There's a huge difference between being prepared and carrying too much.
Using fire.
Ship's detached. We're clear.
No distance is too far for you, Captain.
跳错心。跳错心了。哎，不是。
Time to cycle the airlock and move.
How can I be of service, Captain?
Well, this station's seen better
You
days.
won't find a better
I
offer on
wonder
the
if the
station.
UC will.
没钱。
ever fully restore it to its former glory. Oh, I don't know. A few trees here and some grass there, and this place might not look so awful.
Good day, Captain.
How may I serve you?
Wow, you are the soundest sleeper I've ever seen.
And we're docking.
Captain, it is.
How may the Trade Authority... I hope we have what you need.
Need some work done? Hey, what can I do? You were able to land it.
快，有任务。
critical emergency. Please use priority docking.
And we're locked in.
So, where to next?
Hello, Captain.
Ma'am, I'm just the courier.
I understand that. I'm not blaming you directly. Dr. Salvato, how long have you been here?
About a year now, Doctor.
And in that year, how many times have we had this conversation about late or missing shipments of supplies?
I believe this is the third time.
Yes, that sounds right. 3 times. I will be making it very clear to your superiors that lives are at stake, and the clinic requires reliable transport. If your company cannot meet our needs, someone else will.
Yes, ma'am. Understood.
Thank you, Dr. Salvato. You may return to your duties.
I look like I work here,
Thanks
right?
for delivering critical
Couple of patients
supplies.
didn't seem
Nice
to think
hear
so.
once in a
Welcome
while.
to the clinic. I'm Dr. Darvish, Chief of Medicine. Is there something I can do for you? I thought perhaps the name gave it away. This is one of the preeminent medical care centers in the Settle systems. We take our work very seriously. This is hardly the sort of place one comes to sightsee. We have a particular focus on astrovirology here, so the patients we take on tend to have unusual cases that require long-term care, and sometimes require unorthodox or experimental treatments. We have an excellent track record that speaks for itself, but it doesn't leave room for much else. Now, I will not insist that you leave, but if you're intent on looking around, as you put it, please don't interfere with our work, and keep your distance from our patients. There are hundreds, if not thousands, of new worlds that humanity has set foot on. While many don't host some sort of life, there are more than enough that do. Any one of those worlds could be inhabited by all manner of pathogens, things we've never seen and have no idea how to treat. Someone has to try and stay ahead of what could be a very deadly curve. Here at the clinic, we do our best. If we do it right, no, not usually. An abundance of safety protocols are in place, and we have decades of experience. Ironically, this may be one of the safest environments in the Settle systems. Would you now? Well, I suppose we could always use additional research specimens. The more data we have about what's out there in the Settle systems, the faster we can diagnose novel illnesses. In theory, at least. I suppose we could consider you an independent contractor of sorts. We keep a database of known alien sedatives, but more data points are always welcome. If you could provide some samples, it would be appreciated. What we're looking for are basic organic substances. They could come from any number of flora or fauna on countless worlds across the Settled systems. Just keep your eyes open as you travel, and harvest things when you find them. Or frankly, if you can find them at a reasonable price somewhere, purchase them. I'm less concerned with the source than the materials themselves.
There's something I need to talk to you about. Thanks for taking the time to talk. I wanted to ask you about the artifact you found on Vectera. When you pulled it from the rock, held it in your hands for the first time, how did you feel? Maybe, but I'd appreciate it if you'd hear me out. No, I don't think you understand. I know about the visions, the light, and the music. How did you feel inside? What were your thoughts? Raw energy? I've never heard that one before. I shouldn't be surprised. The artifacts aren't exactly what you'd call normal.
If there is, the artifacts are doing a heck of a job hiding it. The artifacts are so different, so alien, and I'm certain one of them reached out and spoke to you. Quite the mystery. Agreed. Unfortunately, there's no way that I know of to reply. And believe me, I've been trying to gather data on the damn things for years. Frustrating? No. Bewildering? Yes. It would be... oh, well, an explorer's dream to solve a mystery like this. I knew I picked the right person for the job. Look, I wanted to thank you for taking the time to talk, and for keeping an open mind. And I also wanted to say, well, I'm pleased we're on this journey together. It's the best decision I've made in quite a long time.
Yeah. 歪步。
Got a call, someone's power kept going out. Know what it was? A heat leech as long as my leg. Ugh.
Got anything you need to offload? Trade authorities always buy. Kiosk right here for you. You should inspect your ship for heat leeches every couple landings. They'll cause plenty of havoc if left unchecked.
哦，这边可以卖东西，好诶。猎奇。动隐性又是什么弹药？
Keep your nose clean. The last thing I want is to charge you for a DP, A and B, B and E, never forbid, MS. What? Never worry about.
I couldn't tell you the last time I wasn't breathing recycled air. I guess that depends on what you consider a break. We get some time to ourselves. We're not on call all the time, but we're never that far away from it either. Now that I think about it, I haven't actually left the clinic since I got the job. I actually hadn't really noticed. Sure, if you're the kind of person who deals well with it, not everyone does. I've seen a few colleagues need to leave after a few months. But I get it. If you can't deal with the circumstances, you're not going to be doing your best work. New-ish. I've only been here a year, which, well, when you compare it against Dr. Darvish's career, it's not much, is it? I'm thrilled to have the opportunity, but it's been an adjustment. Very few cases here are simple, and most of them are medical emergencies. Okay, then.
There's such a mountain of work, I could really use a hand. But I don't want to inconvenience anyone. It's really a matter of safety, believe it or not. The types of things we work with here. Let's just say you wouldn't want them spreading on a populated planet. In here, we're all nice and isolated, just in case. Not the most comforting thought, but it's the truth. Tending physician. I'm new here, so really what I do is watch Dr. Darvish's every move and try to imitate it. Sounds a lot less impressive when I say it out loud. Oh, well, that's appreciated. There really isn't anything you're qualified to do in here. No offense, of course. But, I do have some data requests from other facilities in the settled systems. Everyone always wants to know what we're up to.
Usual courier has been less than reliable lately, so if you could get this slate where it needs to go, that would help us, and put a few credits in your pocket.
See you later.
If you need assistance, please see Ari Miller at the desk. I don't mean to be rude, but unless this is a medical emergency, please get someone else there. I'm sure there's someone else that can help you.
You had a chance to talk to Dr. Cassidy. Really fun guy. So dry.
If people would stop poking their noses into every unexploded... I am, yes. I took over from Dr. Eswaran when he retired 9 years ago. While the clinic does occasionally take on research projects that have their own chain of command, I am ultimately responsible for the entire facility. The clinic has occasionally been faced with unique situations that might be considered hazardous in other facilities, but no, nothing that could not be contained and dealt with. I'm afraid that information is confidential, and... Certainly. Take care.
Yeah? When I told them I was good with computers, I didn't think they'd trust me with the entire clinic. Well, yeah, somebody has to. It's great medical care, but not the latest in support tech. Funding only goes so far, and most of it's prioritized for keeping patients alive. And there's still a lot of outdated UC tech behind the walls that needs interfacing, so I stay plenty busy. Well, then I'd be out of a job, wouldn't I? You're not entirely wrong, though. But someone would have to convince Dr. Darvish it was a priority, and I gave up on that effort years ago. Oh, you're not familiar? I'll give you the quick version. UC built the station back in 2194. It was outside of their established territory, which caused a bit of a disagreement and a bit of a war. And after what I think most people would agree was much too long a period of time, the war ends. One of the terms was the station was handed over to the Freestar Collective. Huh, never really thought about it that way. Guess you're right. Although, is that really irony? I feel like I don't really understand what qualifies. So since then, the clinic's been under Freestar Collective control. Over 100 years now, I think. Over time, it started to focus more on weird things. People picked up on all sorts of planets and space expeditions, became known for it, and now focuses on it almost exclusively. And here we are today, carrying on that work. Actually makes me feel kind of proud when I lay it all out like that. Have a good one.
How does she expect me to get know they stump
Everything
on
okay?
myself?
Are you the courier? You're not really supposed to be back here. You can just drop the delivery off by the docking port and someone will take care of it. Well, then you won't have Dr. Darvish breathing down your neck at least. But, well, we're not really set up for having folks just milling about in here. It is a medical facility, after all. If you could just do your best to steer clear of the doctors while they work, and not interrupt things, I'd really appreciate it. And if you need anything, I'm right here, okay?
Ah, Grandma.
Nurse supervisor, dear. I'm the one who takes care of all the doctors, as well as the patients. The more I can look after, the more the doctors can focus on patient diagnosis and treatment. Every role here is important. Well, I wouldn't really say we work together. It just happens to be in the same place. He has his job keeping the peace. I have mine keeping this place running. Truth be told, I think it might drive one or both of us a little crazy if we actually work together. But I do appreciate being able to see him every day. Even if it's just to pop over to his office and say hello, or share a meal. It's nice. Oh, sometimes, sure. Somebody walks in or is dragged in with something we haven't seen before. You best believe it's all hands on deck. Have to find out if it's lethal or contagious, or both. I used to. I think we all did to some degree when we started working here. But really, how does worrying help when you've got people to treat? It just gets in the way. It can be, yes. But we've all learned to live with it. If we didn't do this, who knows how many lives would be lost. It's harder on the newer folks, that's for sure. You take that Dr. Salato, nice man, but he's a little on the skittish side. He's a good doctor, but just needs a little more confidence, you know? Take care.
Yeah? Got some trouble? Oh, now hold on a minute. You're the new deputy, ain't you? Yeah, the marshal's been sending out reports, keeping us all in the loop in your investigation. Yep, I'm pretty well caught up on things. Ben Armistead, pleased to meet you. Well, I guess that's the long and short of it. You're the newest member of the Rangers, and I'm the oldest. So, is one of them first mercenaries here at the clinic? Raring to go, huh? No better place in the settled systems to get medical treatment. You can bet it beats anything them UC piglets got. Ironic, given they're the ones who built it. I know just the man who can help you. Right this way, Deputy. Just between you and me, I ain't entirely sure why someone felt the need to station a ranger out here. I'm not much more than a glorified bodyguard for Dr. Darvish. She's the one in charge around here. And she's also on the Council of Governors. Most of the staff don't seem fond of the idea of me being here, and I ain't fond of them right back. Bunch of stuffy eggheads, if you ask me. Except Ari, that is. He's about the only one I can have a conversation with. Hey there, Ari. Working hard or hardly working?
Hey, Chief. A little more the former than the latter. What brings you by?
Hi.
Well, the deputy here could use some help. Came looking for someone who might be a patient.
I'll see what I can do.
Well, I'll leave you in Mr. Miller's capable hands. You need anything else, I'll be in my office.
You know, just hanging in there.
I remember when I was a Well, let's see now. I joined up in 2292, so that'd be 38 years now? Damn. Hard to believe, now that I think about it. Almost 40 years. There ain't been many Rangers who served that long, I can promise you that. Oh, hell, nothing much happens around here anyway. But if you're saying I ain't exactly fit to go chasing after pirates and smugglers, I won't argue with you. That's why I'm stationed here instead of Neon or Aquila. I suppose I don't think much about it, but when I stop to count the years, well, they sure do add up.
You need...
I'll try to help you, but our computer systems have been having some
One of
issues.
the docs will get you right as rain in no time.
I wish some of the doctors around here were as patient as you. So who's the suspect you're after?
About that last set of reports
Sounds dangerous. I hope I can help you find her. The name's not ringing any bells, but maybe we can approach this another way. Do you know what was wrong with her? Have it your way. I can access the patient records from my terminal, assuming the database cooperates. Come on. Okay, give me just a minute here. Maya Cruz. Maya Cruz. Come on, Maya. I need you to be in here. Okay, finally. Here we go. Oh. No matches found for a Maya Cruz.
Of course not. I made sure those files were available to you in the network. Checked with Ari myself to make sure it was all set up correctly.
Thank you. I really do appreciate it.
Don't you worry.
If Maya's here, then she's got to be using an alias. Which actually makes a lot of sense if she's a wanted woman.
Doing fine.
I guess it's possible. Maybe I can give you another option. All right, hang on. I know that we do have a few female patients staying with us. There's Candace... what's her last name? Doolin. Candace Doolin. And then there's the Nakamori woman. I think her name's Jane. I don't recall offhand what they're here for, but it's a start. Off the top of my head, yeah. That being said, we don't usually have a lot of patients staying here at any one point in time. Most people can't afford it. Sorry I couldn't be more helpful. I'll keep looking, see if I can turn up anything else useful.
These poor people. I can't imagine suffering from something no one understands.
Excuse me.
It must be terribly frightening
What gives you the
for
right
them.
to come in here? You're not my attending physician. Get out before I call for security. Fine. Get on with it then. Believe me, I hadn't intended to stay here. I'm a courier. I was transporting certain sensitive documents here to the clinic. My ship was intercepted by pirates. I escaped, but not without damage to my life support systems. By the time I reached the clinic, I was barely alive. I was rescued and placed in intensive care. That was 2 days ago. Well, the nature of my work requires a certain level of discretion, much as yours does. I've shared all that I'm willing to share with you, Deputy. Maybe. Need to think about it. Alright, look. Nothing I told you was a lie, but yes, there is more to it. You can think of me as a freelance information broker. I came here to acquire classified research materials so I can sell them. Yeah, I realize it's illegal, but it's a victimless crime. Nobody gets hurt. As you can imagine, I'd rather this information not get out. I'm happy to compensate you for your understanding. Do what you feel you must. I'm sure Ranger Armistead will be more amenable to my offer.
Don't let this fool sway your decision. You're doing the right thing.
Hey there.
Definitely feeling better. Can't say the same for my brother here. That I am. Lucky to be alive, apparently. Me and my brother here have been patients for going on, what, 4 or 5 months now? Good Lord. I, being the stronger and smarter one, am recovering quickly. Still sick as a dog, but the doctors let me roam around to visit my infirm brother here. He was in a coma for months. He's only now making some sort of recovery. This genius brother of mine was begging me to go on a hike with him on Aquila. He's a real outdoorsy type, you know. Now, being a man of letters, I didn't want to go, but he just kept yapping. So, we go on this hike, right? We don't know where the hell we're going. Well, we got lost, stranded with no food or water. I told him to pack food and water, but the fool forgot. Well, we start scavenging for some food to sustain us, and we come across this thing, like a plant, but I don't know what the hell the damn thing was. Looked tasty enough, so we ate it. Well, the damn thing nearly killed us both. Turns out, we weren't even that far from the city, so we were found by some passerby, and here we are. We got real lucky. Damn right. Damn right. John ate most of the thing. I only took a few bites. Yeah, well, not out of the woods just yet. Things have been pretty hairy for John here. But I think you're right. It'll take more than that to kill the Joseph brothers. Well, I think it's all right, seeing as how my brother and I would be dead if we never came here. Doctors are nice enough, treatments aren't too bad, and food's all right. That doesn't mean I'm not counting down the days until we can leave. I'm itching to go back home. Take care now.
Well, at least it can't get any worse. Well, no, it definitely can, but trying to stay positive.
Doctors still don't know when we'll be okay to leave.
They say I'm ahead of schedule on my recovery. I say they ought to make better schedules. Why, hello. Are you here to keep me company? I do hope so. I can't get any of these doctors or nurses to slow down and just check for a while. They all claim they're too busy. Ranger business? I can't imagine what for. Unless you're here to track down that no-account husband of mine, that is. You'd think he could be bothered to pay me a visit once in a while, given I've been here as long as I have. But no. All I get is the occasional letter apologizing because he's too busy to run the farm all by himself. So hire some help, I tell him. And then all he wants to do is complain about how my medical bills ate up all our money. Ugh.
Perhaps we should move on.
You want to talk about questions, Well, I've got plenty of those. Starting with how come these so-called doctors can't find anything wrong with me? I've got no end of pains. Headaches, sore knees, sore back, digestive problems, and all manner of other ailments. I keep telling them I must have caught some kind of alien virus. But these fool doctors can't figure it out. I'd had test after test for 3 months straight, and I'm damn near broke from the cost of staying here. Well, ain't you smart, using them big words? If that's supposed to make me feel better, I got news for you. It don't. I thought the high and mighty Freestar Rangers were supposed to help others in need. Yes, me. I think that sterling reputation's getting a little tarnished lately. Well, go on then. Don't let the troubles of one poor citizen distract you from whatever higher calling you all answer to these days. Can't be a...
I have to do it.
Nurse Eddie?
Hey, how'd it go? Did you have any luck? As a matter of fact, I do. I made some progress digging through the patient records, and I have one more lead for you. Her name's Catalina Rivera. She was rushed into surgery for some kind of emergency procedure. I probably shouldn't say this, but she was in real bad shape. The good news is, she seems to fit your suspect's profile. The bad news is that she's a guest in our VIP wing. That area is restricted to authorized clinic personnel. Even I can't go in there. Yeah, well, I don't think the doctors here care all that much about where the Rangers are supposed to go. Dr. Cassidy's in charge of the VIP wing. You need his permission to enter. Unfortunately, he's a real stickler for the rules, and the rules say no visitors without prior arrangement. You didn't hear this from me, but I happen to know that he keeps a spare access card somewhere in his office. Hope that helps you.
Yeah, Ari's a good kid. Sure as hell understands these machines, but the woman who got rescued from her ship, I doubt she just up and volunteered to tell you that. Well, that's good work. You focus on your case and leave Miss Nakamori to me. I'll see to it she doesn't cause any more trouble.
It feels like I've been waiting forever.
I'm sure there's someone else that can help you. Yes, what do you want? Yes, that's right. I'm afraid we don't take walk-ins. If you want a room in our VIP wing, you'll need to make arrangements in advance. Even if that were true, which I doubt, access to that area is strictly limited. Who exactly are you? You could be Solomon Coe himself, and my answer would be the same. No. The rules are the rules, no exceptions.
Oh my goodness. Are we really going to let this bureaucrat block our progress?
Oh, I wasn't aware. I suppose if I can't trust a colleague, then I can't trust anyone. This will get you in. Conduct your investigation quickly and without disruption. I do hope you won't make me regret this.
Easy. Easy.
Dr. Darvish took a chance on me, hiring me fresh out of training. To make sure she doesn't regret it.
Stopping at the clinic to do a bit of xeno research, eh? Count me in.
What the fuck? What the f— Holy shit, man.
You know that doesn't belong to you, right?
Everything good? We're here to help.
Greetings, Captain.
Or you should be able to get... I remember when I was a deputy. See you around.
It's a grab truck. I literally...
After you, Captain.
Captain. Hello. I am satisfied to see that you survived your most recent sleep cycle.
On your ship, Doc. If you are who I think you are, then you're here to bring me in. I had to warn you. I've had more than enough time to prepare for this. So either you leave now, or I'll be very ruthless.
Now I can see why Stroud Eklund set up shop here. That crystalline formation looks quite intriguing and valuable. I've visited worlds with temperatures this low before, and it's never been a pleasant experience. the rest. You know, my parents used to have a robot with a bad internal gyro motivator.
Yeah? Have something for me? Maybe another time. It's like an enormous geode. Crystalline formations like this are... Why this place was abandoned, I don't understand. Hey! Piss me off!
suppose they're not going to need it anymore. What can I help you with? Bring me anything useful? Okay. I've never seen a single crystalline formation of that size. Might as well take what we can. I'm listening. If you have any gear you want me to... Until later.
Well, what are you waiting for? Finish it. What? Leaving already? Well, what are you waiting for? Finish it. That's what we were hired to do. The pay was good, too. But the best part was getting to stick it to the people who turned their backs on us. I can't wait until you find out. Fine. I ain't feeling conversational anyway. Yeah. We've got a base, a good one, too. Spent months of my life getting that place up and running. As for where it is, you're going to have to figure that out on your own. You might not think so now, but it's likely to end up that way. How about I make this real simple for us both? I've got maybe a few weeks to live, and I ain't spending them behind bars. You want to put an end to me here and now? Then fine. Get it over with. Life's kicked me around enough as it is. But if you want to let me die on my own terms, then leave me in peace. Well, how about a test? Rangers are known to be handy with a gun. But here's a problem you'll have to solve with your brain instead. I've encrypted this slate. If you can crack it, you'll learn something useful. Now get out of here, and leave me in peace.
Yeah, what is it? So long. Don't leave any of that behind.
啊，竟然没有意见。我以为他又有意见，说你怎么可以杀睡觉的人 ？My God！
Well, well, what do we have here?
Yes, infallible one?
Yes?
Glad to haul whatever you need.
Ah, 他没有头盔吗？
Talk to you later. Hey. Ask whatever you'd like. My parents considered themselves to be enlightened, but their lives were so busy they rarely pursued their beliefs. By the time I was old enough to start questioning these things, The idea of following any organized religion was almost an afterthought. It's not that I don't want to believe in anything. It's that my scientific mind is often at odds with my spiritual center. Having been out there, in the Starfield, seeing all those magnificent wonders with my own eyes, I need answers, not religious theory. I'm sorry if that disappoints you, but don't worry. While we're on this journey together, I fully intend to respect your religious beliefs. You mean apart from being the chair of Constellation for the past 5 years? Well, let's see. I pride myself with my aptitude for astrodynamics, calculating optimal trajectories for grav jumping. That's been quite useful in the past. And as far as planetary exploration, my area of expertise is botany. So, don't worry. I won't let you eat anything that might put you in the hospital. Exploration is my entire life. I consider it both a career and recreation. That being said, I will make a confession, but you have to promise to keep it between us. Before I graduated from school, I was in a band. And no, I don't mean the school band. I mean a rock band. We called ourselves Ironic Comet. A ridiculous name, I know. But we were just a bunch of teenagers getting together and having fun. And before you ask, no, I wasn't the lead singer. I actually played the drums. The band never really went anywhere, of course, but those were good times, and I remember them fondly. I'll be here. Fine by me. Bye for now.
Is it weird that I... We're literally best friends, after all.
Well,
Yes, you're...
look who decided to rejoin the world. Would it be too much to ask if we stopped by Laredo Firearms and took a look around?
Word to the wise.
Hey, Deputy.
More missions on the board. Never, ever end.
Well, hey there. That's it then?
The mayor's
I had
alright.
my doubts about you
Always
initially.
painting too rosy a picture, though.
Adios.
We got a lot of bars in the city. All class joints. Well, except Agnes.
Aquila is really the heart of the Freestar Collective. Better this than being some dust kite.
Helga says I spend too much time at my terminal. He's probably right. Hey there, Deputy. How goes the hunt for the first? Hey, sometimes doing things right means taking the necessary time, you know? If you ask me, I don't think they stand a chance. You're like an Ashta creeping silently through the high grass, waiting for your chance to pounce, and then boom! Down they'll go. So, did you get any more of those encrypted slates? Because, let me tell you, I am so close. Who, me? Doubt you? Not a chance, Deputy. I knew you were a natural the moment I laid eyes on you.
Come in, Deputy. Take a seat.
Sit down.
While you've been in the field, we've had more reports about farmers being threatened and attacked. Unfortunately, some didn't survive. Yeah, well, you might have to. How's
什么
your
不喜欢这样。
See you.
Sit down.
While you've been in the field, we've had more reports about farmers being threatened and attacked. Unfortunately, set those thoughts aside. Right now, I need you to focus. How's your investigation proceeding? That doesn't exactly sound encouraging, Deputy. Maybe you don't appreciate the urgency of the situation. Innocent people have died.
It must be very easy for you to sit back and criticize when we've been doing all of the field work.
I've done my part. Besides, this is Ranger business, so why don't you keep your mouth shut?
Let's move on. I asked the other Rangers to share their opinions of you, and there are some things I want to go over. We'll start with Ranger Callow in Hopetown. She was grateful for your timely arrival, and impressed you had the guts to take on those pirates. Nia says you were respectful with Ron Hope and didn't push too hard. That shows me you were listening when I said to go easy on him. Duty has to come before personal feelings. I'm glad you understand that.
Let's continue. We got a detailed report from Ranger Price about your recent visit to Neon. He said you took on a syndicate loan shark to help an informant. And you were right to do so. Helping people is our most important duty, even when you're conducting an investigation.
You got results, and that's what matters most. Price was impressed by that. Said you really took the initiative.
Ranger McMillan praised what she called your uncommon bravery and dedication. She said you took on the Red Mile so you could get a meeting with Marco Graziani. Putting the lives of others ahead of our own comes with the job. I'm sure it was a tough call, but I think it was the right one.
So what happened with Marco? I doubt he gave you that slate out of the kindness of his heart. I suppose underestimating you was his last mistake. Damn. I thought if anyone could see reason, it'd be Marco. What about Maya Cruz? Her loyalty to Hull and the 1st Cavalry was stronger than most. I guess I'd want the same thing if I were in her place.
Excuse me, Marshal?
Not now, Alex. We're in a meeting here.
I know, but this is important. I've done it. I've cracked the encryption on the slates. Now, I don't know exactly where the First are headquartered, but there are references to a place called the Factory.
The Factory? That was our nickname for the main facility where the mechs were manufactured.
Under the terms of the peace treaty, they shut all the mech factories down right after the war.
But they didn't destroy them. At least not all of them. Never saw it myself, but I know it's a large facility mostly underground. If the First are occupying it, they'll probably have set up defensive positions throughout the complex. The facility was on Arcturus 2. It could be a dead end, but if it's not, then you'd better be ready for a fight.
If I seem strict, it's because I'm protecting the integrity of the Freestar Rangers.
It's really an honor to be able to help out.
What I've got's better than any swill they'll serve you.
The Rock isn't exactly massed, but as seats of government go, it's still quite an impressive structure.
还自动断线
Outlaws, I don't do payment plans or lines of credit, and I don't sell to shady individuals. If you... Okay. But if you...
4点半。
Yes? Not at all. Bye.
激光哦，不许。
Time for a nap before we leave?
Never the best.
Oh yes, engines fried.
Load up that tractor.
Air pressure, seals, ship integrity.
Engaging hostiles!
Got my attention.
I'm sure they're sad to see you go.
The first takes no prisoners.
Just lost my grandfather.
啊？哦。
Is it really necessary for you to drag around all that gear?
I heard your... That was a good talk. It'll be hard to top it, but... You always
Time to get back to the world, eh?
Releasing ship from dock. Done.
满了，还假的？就卖钱吧。
Another dead rock. Well, at least we can scour the place for materials.
Captain, greetings.
What's on your mind?
What's next? Being part of your crew is just the best.
Get up and get going. We've got the stars to explore.
Integrity looks good.
Was there some... May I be of service? You won't find a...
Oh. 我把那把枪卖掉了，完了。
Fine with me.
Rest well, I hope?
Good grief. I mean, hi.
Seals are locked and we are docked.
Hello.
How may the Trade Authority assist you? Yes, of course.
you lifting off right away, or do you need a little bit of time?
Sorry. I was lost in a memory for a moment there. How can I help?
I like to think of my...
Jump complete. Normal propulsion restored. Landing struts primed. Retros firing. These mechs were some of the biggest instruments of war created by mankind. It's a relief, like the armistice.
Marshal Blake must be getting desperate sending a lone deputy out here. But I'll give credit where it's due. You're a hell of a pilot. If you came here seeking justice, it's waiting for you inside.
Oh, you're going to regret this.
Enemy sighted!
I'm sure they had something we can use.
I'm a man of action. I've got no use for lies. So when I tell you that you're being manipulated, you know I'm telling the truth. You think the Council of Governors about anything but themselves? They're greedy and corrupt. You're a tool and unworthy, just like I once was. I was loyal. I followed orders, and I led good men and women to their deaths. I'll carry the
Oh, fuck. Holy shit.吓我一跳，差点要开枪了。
I'd be happy to. Time to go?
The 1st Cavalry was the greatest fighting force the Freestar Collective has ever seen. At the Battle of Nira, the 1st Cavalry was destroyed. Why? Because the generals got scared and asked for a truce. I've got no sympathy for cowards, or for the people who put them in power. I've also got no sympathy for those who do their bidding. And this means you.
If you're searching, then make it quick.
Someone there. That's me, Mario.
Cowards. The hell? Can I help? Feel free to drop some stuff into my bag. Goodbye.
You come here seeking justice? Well, what about justice for my soldiers? Minutes away, minutes from winning.
Shut the fuck up.
I can't believe the scope of the operation the FC was running here. It's a miracle that fighting ended at all.
激光类的，激光类的气。
Something you need? Dropping off a few Okay.
You just took on some of the best mercenaries in the Freestar Collective and cut right through them.
科学胜
We'd
利，
have
好不
had
好
more？ like you in the war. We could have
不是
planted
只
our
是
flag in New Atlantis. Not the way it should have. Of course, I can't expect you to understand what we sacrificed, what we lost. You don't know what it's like to look around and see the faces of warriors who trusted you to lead them as they die screaming. I watched brave men and women torn limb from limb by monsters. I saw mech pilots cooked alive in their cockpits as their machines burned. Those deaths didn't have to be meaningless, but spineless leaders gave up on us even when victory was within our grasp.
We've both seen our share of hell. It's whether or not we allow those awful memories to consume our souls that defines who we are.
You have no right to judge me.
Wow, dude.
You really want to know? Because you might not like the answer. Last chance, Deputy. You can walk away right now and remain blissfully ignorant, thinking you fight for a noble cause. But if you still want the truth, I'll shatter that illusion for you right now. You won't have to. Not long after I started the First, I was contacted by a man who said he represented someone wealthy and influential. I refused to work for a shadow client, so we agreed to set up a meeting. Imagine my surprise when Ron Hope showed up. He offered me a lucrative contract to take possession of certain farms throughout Freestar space.
That's quite an accusation.
All I know is that after we cleared the place out, Hope was sending in some kind of machinery. Our job was to make sure nobody saw the operation. The credits were good, but yeah, getting some payback was the real reward. You think I've lost? Is that it? I haven't lost. You go find Ron Hope and tell him what I've told you. Then you can deal out whatever justice you see fit. You do your job, and I get one last piece of vengeance against the Council.
If what he says is true, then there's no question Ron Hope has to answer for what he's done.
Sure. Take a breather. I can't believe it. You just took on... If we'd have... Need a minute. I can't believe it. Not the way it should. Of course I can't expect... You don't know it. I watched brave men. I saw mech pilot. Those deaths didn't happen.
We've both seen our share.
You have no... Innocent? The Freestar Collective has lost its way. The dream that we fought for died a long time ago. You really want to know? Because you might not like last chance, but if you still... Because I can prove it. Not long after I started the First, I refused to work for a shadow client, so we agreed to set up a meeting. Imagine my... He offered me a lucrative contract to...
That's quite an accusation.
Sure I did. If I could avenge my men. That bother.
We're trying to take you in quietly. Violence is not the answer, Major.
I'm gonna make this easy for you, Deputy. I'm gonna die the way I lived. Weapon in hand, no compromise, no fear. But first, here, take this. Use it to cut out the weakness rotting at the heart of the Freestar Collective. When the next war comes, and it will come, the Collective needs to be strong. Now my unit's waiting for me, and I'm gonna report for duty one last time. Goodbye, Deputy.
What the fuck? I told... Hell.
Remember our last conversation, when you told me the artifacts made you feel like raw energy was coursing through your veins? Well, it got me thinking, so I dove into our archives and started looking through Constellation's older journal entries. Just because I wasn't familiar with the experience you described, doesn't mean the same might have been true for my predecessor. Really? I'm surprised that I haven't. After reading those journals, all of the pleasant memories of my time spent with Aja just started flooding back. Oh yes, absolutely. I didn't mean to compare. Those were just... oh, I don't know. Different times. Aja was the one that taught me the ropes at Constellation and took me under her wing as her protege. Hey, so I pinched a few ideas from my old boss. Can you blame me? At any rate, we logged quite a few discoveries together, but it was the actual journey that I cherished the most. We catalogued unusual stellar phenomena, a few habitable worlds, and some unique life forms, but nothing SSNN would bother to report. Exactly. For me, it was all about the quieter moments. There was nothing quite like sitting back and watching space bend while listening to Aja spin vivid stories to fill the time. Oh, I find that sort of cozy isolation the best way to really get to know someone. At this point, I'd say you've graduated from protege and moved up the ladder. A bit. You know, all this talk about Aja reminds me that my time with her was a gift. I miss her dearly. I respected her, and I considered her a dear friend, but we weren't in love. Had that been true, I would have resigned my post and moved to Parima 2 instead of remaining at Constellation. Come to think of it, if we're ever out that far, perhaps we could pay her a visit, and I could make proper introductions. Oh, don't worry. There's no bad blood between us. The worst that might happen is you get stuck listening to two old friends catching up on old times. Well, you don't need to follow anyone. Just be yourself. I chose to accompany you on this journey because I saw something familiar in your eyes. A hunger for exploration. I don't know if I deserve to be that close to anyone right now. If you knew about the things that I've done, the way my life's unfolded, I think your opinion of me might change. Please, give me some time. I have to go.
You're stuck! Yeah, 100% you're stuck.
Find anything useful?
Captain, it is pleasant to see you.
Have something for you when you have a moment.
Oh my god! I'm literally following in your footsteps right now! It's so...
Ready to depart.
Something you might be interested in.
If you're ever in New Atlantis,
mind
Good to
putting
see
in a
you.
good word for
Yes, of course.
Do you think my messages to SSNN are getting through?
You've got something for me? I'll only carry the good stuff. So long.
May I be of service? Certainly.
Yes. What?
I'm in
yeah.
the mood for a mocha macchiato.
Yes.
How about you?
Hi, I guess.
Why are you still here? Fuck.
That was an accident.
Can't be happening!
Okay, so
I have things for you. What can I help you with? I certainly do. Bye-bye.
I don't want to hear any complaints. Keep an eye on your valuables.
Ron Hope certainly embodies the saying, spared no expense.
Very generous, Mr. Hope.
It's well earned, Birgit. We set some ambitious quotas. You met everyone.
Well, I won't pretend it was easy, but everyone pulled together and we got it done.
I'll let you share the good news. Whenever and however you like.
Thanks. I appreciate that.
Jetpack damaged or something?
You missed the tour? Yeah, this is where it happens. Listen, I ain't exactly customer-facing, so just go on your way and neither of us will get in trouble. You do? Well, I guess we'll see. So here is the factory floor, where you get to see me wrangle a bunch of morons into, oh, I don't know, doing their damn job. No, this is a Ron Hope joint. And you'd be wise to remember that. Mr. Hope built all of this. Made this whole area more than some 2-credit aggro-plot. If you want to ask questions, make it quick. We got a tight delivery coming up. This ain't no highfalutin New Atlantis desk job where everyone gets their after-bleeding noon tea. This is Polvo. We work for a living. If you think this is tough, you try farming in the tundra. Believe me, these blockheads got it good. Halvo was just some nowhere dead ender until Ron Hope had a dream. Let's build sturdy, dependable ships. No nonsense, none of that damn Tayo glitz and glamour. Just a ship that flies right and will get you where you need going. Ron Hope's a goddamned hero. Every rivet, every piece of plating goes through my team. If you've got a Hope Tech ship, it means I've crawled through every inch of her at least once. Yeah, bye already. Enjoy your... if you'll excuse me. I am on duty.
Good to see you again. Well, I've just received a report from the Marshal about your progress. He said you had a promising lead on the mercenaries who stole my ship. I trust you're here with good news? Of course. What have you learned? No. And I don't care for the insinuation. The disgraced war hero who went to prison, and you actually believed him? That two-faced bastard kept the slate. Oh, I suppose this is his revenge against the Council of Governors for what happened during the war. I'm impressed, Deputy. It's clear you have a bright future ahead of you.
What's going on? What is this about, Mr. Hope?
Nothing that concerns you, Birgit. In fact, why don't you make yourself scarce?
I think I'd like to hear what the deputy has to say.
Just hear me out, and you'll see. I had a good reason for what I did. The truth is, we've been falling behind the competition. Significantly so. We needed solutions. A few years ago, I began to diversify. We started to research chemicals, fuel, those sort of things. We developed an experimental fertilizer. Oh, and it failed utterly. It wiped out entire crops. I was prepared to write the whole thing off when we made a discovery that changed everything. Turns out, our fertilizer was transforming the soil, bolstering its mineral content tenfold. Mining is expensive, and so is the cost of raw materials. My mineral-enriching fertilizer solves several problems at once. The farmers provide free manual labor, and once the land is ready, we move in to extract and process the soil.
So those farmers poisoned themselves, and you ended up reaping profits. How can you even live with yourself?
It's nothing personal. It's just good business. I don't expect you to understand. I never intended for anyone to be hurt. I told Hull to buy the land, not take it by force. Unfortunately, farmers can be stubborn folk. And I couldn't risk any witnesses.
I can't believe what I'm hearing. How could you do something so awful to innocent people, to families?
Not another word out of you, Birgit. I can take your job, and more. We'll discuss this later. In any case, I suppose the gig is up. I give you my word that I'll call off the operation and return the land to its rightful owners. You're right, of course. Something must be done. I'll set up a fund to handle funeral expenses and take care of any surviving family members. We'll do this the right way. I give you my word. You're right, yeah. Those families deserve to be compensated for the inconvenience. Well...
Inconvenient.
A discount on their next purchase from HopeTech.
You're seriously turning an apology into a business pitch. That's disgusting.
With that resolved, let's talk about you.